Hey everyone, it's the Thursday edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. I'm back on my regular schedule. That means I'm going to be on 21 News tonight at 6 and 11. And this video is being produced in the afternoon as opposed to in the early hours of the morning. I've been on the morning shift lately while Jess has had some time off. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about the weather. And today, it feels kind of nice outside. Look at these mid-afternoon temperatures. It's into the mid-40s. And we had some sunshine earlier. The clouds have tended to win the battle during the afternoon, as we expected. The best-looking part of the day today was this morning. But look at the temperatures across the east. It's warming up in a lot of places. We got 50s up to the Ohio River, even a 50 down in Zanesville here in the 2 o'clock hour. And we will continue to see temperatures trending upwards over the next few days. That much is for sure. The radar is very quiet locally. You have to head all the way out into the Dakotas, Minnesota, to find any precipitation. It's snow out here where temperatures are close to zero or in the single digits. And wind chills, which I'll pop on real quickly, are frightful out there. Wind chills are in the teens and 20s, below zero out in the high plains this afternoon. So, relatively speaking, we're in fantastic shape. Now, down in the south, not much going on right now other than it's mild, but moisture is going to get pulled out of the Gulf as we head towards tomorrow and the weekend, and that will spell quite a bit of rain for us. And let's talk about what the radar is going to look like as we go through time here. We're going to start things off with tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And Friday's going to be a cloudy day. It's not a total washout tomorrow. Here's what the radar generally should look like at about daybreak, 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Scattering of showers off to the west of Youngstown at that hour. Let's go ahead a couple of hours to 10 a.m. And this is when I think the threat of showers will start to materialize in more of the Mahoning and Shenango valleys. But you'll notice everything is kind of disorganized here. It's not all that heavy. Tomorrow, most of the rain that we see is going to be light. It's going to be spotty. We could have some fog to contend with, even during the day tomorrow, because of the rain falling on the snowpack. That tends to create some fog sometimes, so that's something to watch out for. We'll go into the afternoon tomorrow. Here's the end of the afternoon at 5 p.m. Most of our shower activity at that time concentrated north of I-80, but nonetheless, we have that risk of seeing a raindrop or two at just about any time tomorrow and right into tomorrow evening. Now, let's talk about what's going to happen as we go into the weekend, and let's start off with Saturday. And this is when things are going to really start to go downhill. Here's Saturday morning at 7 a.m., and this is the GFS model I'm showing you here. I could show you a lot of models, but we're just going to show you one. The models are generally in agreement for the weekend. There are some timing differences on when the heavy rain is going to be, but they have the same idea overall in the general pattern. It's going to turn wet Saturday with periods of rain throughout the course of the day. This is 1 p.m. and then here's 7 p.m. Saturday evening. And this is when the threat for some heavy rain will start to increase from the south and the west. Notice all of the bright colors down here along the Ohio River at 7 p.m. Saturday. The rain is going to be coming down in buckets down there at the end of the day Saturday. And here's Saturday night. We're talking about 1 a.m. now, Sunday morning. And it'll just be pouring in Cincinnati, Dayton, and Columbus, and some of this heavier rain is going to try to snake up into northeast Ohio, and by Sunday morning, it'll be here in a lot of the area. By Sunday morning, our low pressure's here, our cold front's here. I think Sunday, the best chance for steady, heavy rain is going to be early in the day, with decreasing chances for rain by the afternoon, because our cold front's going to swing through. There's going to be a dry slot that comes up, and by midday on Sunday, this dry punch of air is going to work in, and it may not do much more than shower once Sunday afternoon in parts of the area. So the heavy rain's gone by Sunday afternoon, but the cold air is going to come plowing in, and we're going to see a very sharp temperature drop towards the end of the afternoon and into the evening on Sunday. Again, there's some subtle timing differences. Some models have the colder air working in by 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Some wait on the cold air until 7 or 8 in the evening. Bottom line is by Sunday night, we're definitely going to be turning a lot colder. And then by Monday, 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, here's the map for Monday morning. There could be some flurries around the Great Lakes this day. This has a lake effect look to it, with scattering of flurries, chilly wind. It's going to be a lot colder Monday than Sunday. Don't have a lot of time to talk about temperatures today because precipitation is one of our big stories. But Sunday, again, depending on the timing, the exact timing of things, we could get into the 60s and into record territory. Record high Sunday in Youngstown is 62, and that is in jeopardy on Sunday. All right, so we've been advertising that a white Christmas is very, very unlikely this year. I think that still holds true. The GFS model Tuesday morning, Christmas Eve morning, Tuesday, does have some flurry activity around the Great Lakes. This will be some mood snow. I don't expect this would add up to much. Some of the other modeling does not really have this idea for Tuesday morning. Let's fast forward to Wednesday morning, Christmas morning, and all of the models are pretty consistent in that nothing is going to be going on. And this is good news for travelers. Whether you're traveling Monday, Christmas Eve, or Christmas Day, you should be in pretty good shape in most of the Northeast, the Mid-Atlantic, the Ohio Valley as well. And so even though we're not going to see any accumulating snow on Christmas Day, that is not necessarily a bad thing because a lot of people do travel that day or the day before. So we're not expecting any travel headaches. And day after Christmas, there might be a front that brings us a little bit of snow. But no big storms in the forecast once we're done with the rain at midday on Sunday. How much rain are we talking about? It's going to be quite a bit. Sometimes I show you this. This is called the SREF, the Short Range Ensemble model. And this is a lot of information to look at and digest a little bit, but pay attention to the blue line here. That's the latest run of this model. And over here on the left, maybe a little hard to see, but that's 2 inches right there along this line right here. So this model is forecasting just a little shy of 2 inches by Sunday evening across Northeast Ohio. Now, this is just one model. We can look at the official National Weather Service outlook as far as precipitation through early next week, and they are predicting more than 3 inches in all of Northeast Ohio and into northwestern Pennsylvania. So the 3-inch contour is this kind of orangish color here. There's even a 4-inch contour over in parts of Pennsylvania, so that's not good. And the heart of the rain, the heaviest of the rain, maybe up to 5 inches, will be southern Indiana, southern Illinois. There's going to be a lot of flooding problems just before Christmas along the lower Ohio River. And I do suspect there's going to be some minor to moderate flooding problems in parts of northeast Ohio as well. I wanted to show you the kind of a simulation or a forecast, a computer forecast here of the Mahoning River at Levittsburg, where we had a ton of flooding over the summer. And this is a model forecast. And again, a lot of information to digest here, but minor flooding is this line right here. And the forecasted amount of precipitation is enough to send these lines here over that threshold easily. So if this computer simulation has a clue as to what it's talking about, minor flooding is real likely along the Mahoning River, Levittsburg, Warren, perhaps down to Youngstown as well. The moderate flooding line is right here, and this is within kind of the median of the probabilities here. In other words, it's very possible moderate flooding could occur. Now, major flooding, not real likely, but minor to moderate flooding, a concern by Sunday. This is a combination of perhaps up to 2 inches, even 2.5, 3 inches worth of rain, plus, of course, the snow that is on the ground that is going to melt. So we're going to be dealing with a wet, wet weekend. It's going to be a muddy mess, unfortunately, just before Christmas. Thankfully, the weather is going to quiet down some immediately before Christmas, Monday and Tuesday. All right, that's weather for Weather Geeks on this Thursday. Thanks for geeking out with me. Stay safe on your travels over the next couple of days. I'll see you right back here for another edition of this video tomorrow afternoon.